Welcome to a realm where the pulse of sports thrills and the spark of technology sizzles. Join Ronald Boleware, the passionate sports guru Jonas Bull, with his sharp technical chops and wit, and your charismatic host, Jay aka Jonathan Anderson. Together, they unpack the latest in sports and technology. This is Noonish Sports and Tech. Get ready, because it's noonish.
Oh my goodness. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what day it is. This is my favorite time, my favorite day.
All day, every day.
All day, every day, every week, every month, every year. Y'all know how it goes, man. Welcome to Noonish Sports and Tech. I am your host, J.A., a.k.a. Jonathan Anderson, man. We're going to have a lot of fun today, people. Got a lot to talk about. But I'm joined here with my uncle, Ron Boleware. What's going down, huh?
Oh, nothing much, man. Just doing my everyday routine, staying out the way.
Yeah.
And ready to talk about these subjects. We got some hot topics to talk about today, man.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. So
some of it's kind of breaking news to me. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Some of it's kind of breaking news.
Yeah, it's a lot to talk about, man, and I'm excited to get into it. But you know how we got to start the show. Ladies first, man.
Ladies first.
First lady of F1. Let's get right to it. Miss Christiana, how you doing?
Hi, guys. Happy to see you 3 weeks in a row. How are you feeling?
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, we're doing
great.
good.
How you doing? Do you have any exhaustion yet? Are you enjoying yourself?
You know, I was talking earlier. I got grass installed. I've been out there watering like my ancestors early in the morning. But besides that, it's good. It's a good time for sports. I'm pumped. I can't wait to, I know I can't stay the whole time, but I can't wait to tune in to watch all of your updates later, because you guys got some good topics coming up.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be a lot of good stuff, but we're starting with some of the best stuff with this F1. You know, Miss First Lady, what's going down? Austrian Grand Prix was freaking nuts.
Who watched it? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you watched it.
I watched part of it. I didn't watch the whole thing. I didn't watch the whole thing. I had to catch some of it.
It was pretty
Gentlemen.
wild.
It was, I felt alive again. Okay.
Yeah.
I was, sometimes when a race is boring and Max is just riding off into the sunset on his own, I'll take a nap.
Yeah.
I call it an F1 nap. I'll take a quick snooze. I'll wake up the last 20 laps, be like, all right, let me check in. But this race, no naps. No naps. It was a sprint weekend, so I was a little concerned. Max dominated in sprint qualifying, then the sprint, and then the qualifying was number one on all of those. So I was like, oh, hell, here we go again. But, guys, out of control. I think it was lap 63. Actually, let me back up. Lando and Max were just battling back to back.
The whole race.
Race. And I thought to myself, you got a younger driver. Lando's a little bit younger. Max is hungry for it. In my head, I said, these guys are going to take each other out. Actually, I hope that they do. Yeah. Because they've been fighting, a lot of back and forth. Hey, it'll mix things up. We'll have a crazy, interesting race.
I mean, and going back to last week and Lando's response to getting second place to Max.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
And him just being pissed off. Like, he was not okay with the fact that he got second place to this dude again.
He was pissed. He was mad because he knows it's possible. He can see it. Like, he can see it in the distance. Yeah. And they were feisty with each other. They were going back and forth. And then sure enough, there was a lot of attempts at an overtake. Finally, Lando tries to break out. Max comes back. They clip each other. They ultimately blame it on Verstappen, which caused a whole lot of, frustration in the garage for those guys. But
I would have blamed it on Max too. Like, my viewpoint. It's definitely Max's fault.
I watched a bunch of versions. I watched the views. Like, when you see how it actually happened, it's kind of undeniable whose fault it was.
And
so
it was like Max had some get back. Like, he, he tried to purposefully pop his tire, and it.
Yeah, I think they were just they were hungry for it. Lando ultimately does not finish the race. Max has a slow pit stop. They're trying to figure out some repairs or trying to figure out, at least assess the damage. He gets back into the race. He ends up, getting up to, I think, 5th or 6th, but he's struggling. Definitely doesn't have the pace. But our boy, George Russell, takes first place and runs as fast as he can to that finish line to get Mercedes their first win in several years. Bless up. Bless up.
Where was Lewis?
They had Lewis and Matt and George had a little bit of back and forth, ultimately kind of trading spaces back and forth. And then ultimately George gets out in front. I think Lewis ended up with some sort of penalty, slowed him down just a little bit. So George ran with it. I mean, it was a little bit of a bummer of a win, if you will, because everyone there is rooting for Max. I mean, you could hear just like the roars and like the anger of people.
It's a Red Bull race.
To see George on the podium and he's like tears in his eyes. He's so excited. He's so pumped. And for that to happen and then for the audience to just kind of be like, well, they weren't like super stoked. So it was a little bit of a quieter end to the race, but it caused a lot of noise in the garages. Lando was pissed, basically said, if Max doesn't apologize to me, he's lost cool points with me. Max is pissed. Max is saying this is unfair. And of course they would blame it on him as if he hasn't won a lot of these types of scenarios and benefited from them. So it was really interesting to see, but I was excited to see George on the podium. He's an interesting character. Lewis is my favorite, but I'd really like to see, George came from Williams, which historically has had a rough run the last couple of years. So his change to Mercedes a couple of years ago has been nice to see his progress.
He definitely hadn't won at Williams.
Yeah.
That was his second F1 win or something like that?
Yeah, he it's been really exciting to see him. So what I'm excited about is Mercedes is showing some pace. They've made some upgrades, some changes. They're showing pace. They're showing that they can keep up at least. Now, everyone's going to argue that George would have never won had, Russell and Max not taking each other. I'm sorry, Norris and Russell.
Lando,
No,
and
Norris and Max.
Yeah.
Am I the Formula One expert here? I don't know.
I got you though.
I think it's Unk actually. I'm gonna let Unk handle the rest of the segment. But no, people are arguing would he have won had those guys not knocked each other out? Maybe not. But McLaren showed their teeth as well. Oscar was on a podium finish along with Carlos and Russell. So fun win. Haas scored points for more points than they had in this one race in the entire season past. I don't think they've had a points finish. So cool to see them. And I don't know. The race coming up is a big one. Oh yeah,
Haas was celebrating like crazy.
Oh, they would be pumped about 1 point, but to have two point finish, for both drivers, man, I bet they were acting like they won the race. It's been some time, so it's cool to see that. Again, I love the variability in these races. I love not seeing Max's face every single time, but this was a really, really exciting race. But leading into another kind of high profile, high risk, a lot on the table at Silverstone. It's a home race for Hamilton, Russell, and Norris. So they're going to be, it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle. Lewis has won the last, he won, Max obviously has won. Carlos won a race at Silverstone, but prior to that, just nonstop Hamilton and Vettel.
Do you think Hamilton is letting Russell kind of take the lead since he's already committed to Ferrari next year and letting Russell kind of get those good feels and that spotlight for being the top driver for Mercedes? Or what do you think?
There was some rumblings about an email that was sent, or basically some sort of whistleblower type situation where people were claiming that Mercedes was actually tampering with Hamilton's car and not letting him be as successful as Russell, maybe as backlash for going off to Ferrari. But I don't know. I don't have confirmation on any of those things. I see, what would be a really nice way to end out his career at Mercedes is getting a win. So I don't think necessarily they're going to let him win or give him more opportunity than Russell. Russell wants it too. They battle on the track, especially, some of those opportunities where they can overtake each other. We talked about how Mercedes was like, yeah, you guys can race, but be careful. Don't knock each other out. Yeah. We want the points, but of course you guys can race, and so Russell's not taking a backseat to Hamilton, and Hamilton's, just doing his best. So let's see. I would love to get a win with Mercedes and Hamilton at Silverstone.
Yeah, I can see the possibility of some tampering taking place.
That would be only normal because me personally, if I was Mercedes and one guy was leaving me and one guy was staying with me, I would put more into the guy that was staying with me than I would with the guy that was leaving.
Absolutely.
You know, that's
no doubt about that.
That's just human nature. So,
yeah,
you know,
exactly.
I wouldn't. You can blow all the whistles you want to, but who's going to invest in somebody that's leaving?
Exactly. You know?
Yeah, I think it's hard. It's hard not to. Yeah.
Yeah. How would I want to? You know, why would I want to see them be as successful as my guy that is committed? Right.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm excited. It'll be a good race. I believe they get a little bit of a break after this for their summer break, which will be interesting. There's a lot of news on leadership and sponsorship changes that are coming up. But one thing I wanted to share, just so that everyone listening knows, there's some cool mainstream things happening in F1. Brad Pitt is actually starring in a Formula One film, and they finally have a date for release. So that'll be next year. There were some clips from last season where they were actually recording and filming at an actual F1 race with Brad and some other actors. And so I'm excited to see. I mean, one thing I always think about is, you know, the impact of seeing mainstream like Formula One on the big screen. Is it going to cause a lot of motivation for young kids to go out and kart? Our family's going to start to think about, like, maybe we'll see a new rise of Formula One drivers across the US, maybe.
Well, I mean, all these other car movies have done so well, you know, from like Gone in 60 Seconds to what's the Fast and Furious series to Ford versus Ferrari and Gran Turismo, like all these. I mean, Gran Turismo wasn't really a car movie, but all these other, you know, car movies have done really well. So I don't see why, especially if you have somebody like, I would rather probably see Leonardo DiCaprio, but, you know, especially with like Brad Pitt, you know, driving, I'm sure he'll do well.
Yeah, but, we'll see. I mean, you guys I mean, I know, like, what's your favorite sports movie? Like, I walked out of Space Jam as a kid and was like, I'm gonna play for the NBA. Like, that's I'm gonna play for the NBA. So no hey, I don't know. We'll see. Baseball movies and hockey movies. You know?
Angels in the outfield when they get them wings.
It's a good one.
You know, flopping the wings. But yeah, you also mentioned something about NASCAR, right?
Gentlemen, another absolutely insane. You could have taken a 3-hour nap with the NASCAR race. They went into quadruple overtime. They had nonstop cautions. It was out of control. The finishes. So remember when we were talking about the 24-hour race and how the drivers were really.
I don't know where you went.
I can see you guys, but I can't see myself.
Now we can see you.
Okay.
You're back.
She's back. Here I am. Same thing with NASCAR. They had so many cautions. They had so many stops, restarts. It was kind of a crazy finish. The guys didn't really know how much fuel they had left. I mean, fuel lights were turning on. So ultimately, Joey Logano won his first race, I think, of the whole season. But everyone was arguing that it was really meant to go to several other drivers. So there were just too many opportunities for them to have taken that win. But cautions came out. I mean, it was, I don't know. Some fans love that and some fans hate it. They hate the amount of, you know, slowdowns that they have to go and restarts. But I don't know. I thought it was interesting. It was a freaking long race. I think
all the NASCAR races are really long to me. I think that's why I like F1. F1 is more appealing to me for that reason alone. And they're not driving in a circle.
Yeah, that's true.
Like the circle wears me out.
That's very true. But yeah, I don't know. It was really interesting to see, but I love to study not just the race itself, but I really love to see how fans respond to it. I mean, the MLB pitch clock, I think, changed the viewing experience for fans in and out of the stadium. I'm always curious, like, are there going to be new rules that help speed up, no pun intended, NASCAR races or other long sporting events? Because it's a long, I mean, it's hard to be in these venues and these tracks. I've been at several where rain delays push you out 4 hours. So it's interesting, but
and there's no way that you could let NASCAR vehicles, you know, roam the streets like F1. Like the steering on them bad boys are horrible, right?
No, but they definitely don't want to risk it.
I do like the new designs. Like, I like this little Mustang that won, you know? You know, the looks of the vehicles, you know, they upgraded them a little bit. You know, they don't look like
they did
old school Impalas anymore.
I kind of miss that though. I don't know that. Yeah, the next gen cars are cool. I think what's really cool about them is the technology that's playing a part in it. You're getting a lot of really cool telemetry and feedback from those cars. So within Venue, we take a lot of that information and we predict outcomes in NASCAR races, which feels like a wildly unpredictable sport based on this last race. But we're working really hard on generating those models to create more accurate predictions for outcomes in the races.
How accurate has it been, to this point? That I guess are y'all doing like beta tests with it right now, or?
Yeah, we actually launched during the Daytona 500 the first in-race markets ever available, allowing fans to basically bet while the race is happening. Before you might say, hey, who's going to win or which constructor is going to win? But now we're letting fans tune in and bet along and multiple times a lap. So it's interesting that the machine gets smarter as you go. And again, for a long race, having multiple times to bet in a single lap, more engaging, more opportunities to keep your eyes on screen.
Like people that bet, like this is horse racing times 1,000 times 4 hours.
Yeah, we take billions and billions of data points from a NASCAR race, and
that's insane.
It's a lot. It's a lot to juggle, but our team's brilliant, and I'm excited. We're ultimately going to go live with those in a couple of sports books, probably by next season. So I can't wait to produce some results then.
Wow, that's crazy. That's man, y'all. That's insane. Getting all these data points. I can see how y'all can have a pretty competitive fantasy football league. Like straight up.
Not as competitive. Not as competitive as this one. I mean,
yeah, I'm just saying.
I don't know. You guys were tough. You guys were tough to beat.
Hey, it's gonna be tougher this year. You better believe it. But we'll get to that fantasy football.
We'll see, Cristiano. We'll see how tough it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Cristiano, let me say it like this. I'm horrible at this, but I think you got JA's number.
Hey,
if he just would change his lineup, just paid attention to the games happening and changed his lineup, you would have beat me several times. That's all you got to do is just make sure you don't have players on the bench.
And me and Cristiano would have never even been playing.
I got a lot of stuff going on.
She wouldn't have made the playoffs.
Couple times, Cristiano, I forgot to even change the lineup. Then by Sunday, I was like, "Oh well, let it
roll." with 3 guys out this week.
Oh man!
I think I even won a game with Cooper Kupp starting it.
Yeah,
and he didn't even play.
Cooper Kupp was out for the first 8 weeks of the season last year, and he started every game.
But I'm gonna let Cristiano. I'm gonna let the computer pick for me again. I'm gonna let him.
Don't do it.
Now the computer
you know what?
Good job.
I was reading injury reports. I was following beat reporters and Twitter, and I was all in. And I was like, "Well, the computer will pick. It'll be fine."
Hey, we see who did better last year, right?
Hey,
so we are smarter than the computers because I beat Unk too. So we
go.
We good.
Hey, but Cristiano, he still didn't win. He did just like Unk. He lost.
I beat Unk.
He just lost. He just lost later, but he still. I'm
coming for you, Cristiano. That's all you gotta know.
I'm gonna say it like they say about Michael Jordan. At least I didn't lose in the finals. He lost in the finals. I did.
It's all good.
Oh,
but thank you so much. First Lady F1, you off the chain, man. I hope you're enjoying this as much as we are,
Yeah,
see you next week. I'm excited. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, we'll see y'all next week. See you next week. And look out for which race this weekend? Or is there a race this weekend?
Silverstone is coming up on Sunday.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, that looked like a party, by the way. I got to go check that thing out. That looks like a very good time.
It is where the very first F1 race ever happened in 1950. And so they show out. It's a home race for some of those drivers, but it's really the home of Formula One.
Man, that's what's up.
Good to know. Good to know.
Right on. Well, it is great seeing you. Thank you for joining us again today. And we'll see you next week, Miss Cristiana.
See you guys. Bye.
Peace. Yeah, that's a lot of fun there. Miss Cristiana goes hard.
Cristiana go hard on that F1, man.
Yeah, she does. She does.
She keep me really informed. And like I said, I peeped in on the race last week. I'm gonna try to get a little bit more in this Sunday. I'm gonna see what happens.
And you mentioned peeping in on races. How about this race? Oh. Oh.
Oh no, I didn't peep in on that one. I watched that one.
You didn't peep in on?
I watched that one over and over and over.
Ooh, my gosh, she broke her own record, huh?
Oh yeah.
And it's crazy because I posted on the Noonish IG last time she broke her record, August 3rd of 2022.
Yeah. And that 50.6 is awful fast.
That is insane.
That is awful fast.
Yeah.
That is awful fast.
Yeah, she's rolling, man, and she
surprised herself. She didn't think that she was going to break the record at that particular time, because when she broke it, she was looking like, oh wow, I can't.
She could have gone faster.
Yeah, well, you know, people always say you could have went faster, but not necessarily. You know.
Well, I'm saying in her mind, she may have been thinking that.
Yeah, in her mind.
Like, oh my gosh, I was moving.
Because it was so easy feeling to her. Mm-hmm. But you look, oh, I could have went faster, but you just broke the world record.
Yeah.
Or if you just ran a personal best, it's hard to say that. It was just one of those days. Yeah. That it felt easy, but it really wasn't easy.
And this is going to be a completely different Olympics for her, a different experience, because she's going down with two completely new teammates. Muhammad didn't even make it. She didn't qualify.
Well, Muhammad hadn't been the same. What was it, last year or year before last? She got COVID. And plus, Muhammad's about 36, 37 years old.
Okay, so she's a little older.
Yeah, she's way older than Cindy.
Okay, I didn't realize that she had been to so many.
Oh yeah, she already got gold medal in the Olympics before Cindy even came, and she had the world record before Cindy came on the scene.
Wow. Yeah.
And if you looked at Muhammad, she's always been small, but during that race, she had no muscle tone. She looked smaller than I'd ever seen her look before. I mean, not saying that. I mean, she's still a world-class athlete.
Absolutely.
But I'm saying for measuring her, I'm not measuring her against other people. I'm measuring her against herself. Yeah. And at that point, she just didn't look like the old Muhammad to me. Her muscle tone wasn't quite as good, and she was a little smaller. Yep. And she's a little older.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, that does matter,
Yeah, because Father Time is undefeated.
But how impressive was that run by Sydney, though?
Oh, that was very impressive, man. It's not a lot you can say about it. If you haven't saw it, just go back and look at it. I mean, it was just fabulous. It was amazing. And any other adjectives or whatever you can use to describe it.
You think she got more in the tank? You think she can break it at the Olympics? Based off what you saw in that race and how she was running.
I'm going to say it like this. She can break it. Mm-hmm. She can run faster. Yeah. It may not be in the Olympics, and then it may be one of those races where you don't have to go round by round. You can just go run one race. Yeah. And some of those are Diamond League or something like that. And she might can do it in the Olympics, but I'm pretty sure she got a couple of tenths that I think she can bring it all the way down to like 50.4.
Man, that's crazy.
That's what I believe.
That
don't mean it'll happen.
That's separating herself from a lot of people.
No, she already have. Yeah. Nobody else has ever ran. Her other record was 50.8 or something. Oh, and she lowered it to 50.6. Yeah. No one else has even ran 50 points. Yeah. And I think it's only
nobody else has run 50 points. She's the only one get under 50.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Under 51, yeah. And the only other person I think that ran 51.
Wow.
I think the only other person that ran 51 is Muhammad.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It may be two other people in the history that, because what's the young lady name? I don't want to call the wrong name, but she's from Sweden or somewhere. She ran pretty fast. But Muhammad is the only other person that done broke 52. Yeah. So
gotcha.
And I think she can take it down another notch or two.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, what do you think about the rest of the USA track athletes that will be competing that have advanced? And we've already talked about Sha'Carri, and we've already talked about Noah Lyles, and some of the other guys. But we got Kenny Bednarik, and
we got a very strong team, because even Gabby Thomas in the
oh my gosh, she looks incredibly fast.
I'm gonna say it like this: she ran a 21.7 in the semis. She ran 21.8 in the finals. If she can reverse that,
Yeah.
If she can run 21.7 in the finals in the Olympics, she have a chance to get the gold medal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Sharika Jackson is fast, but
yeah, I heard you. Ray said she ran what, like 21.4?
No. I think her fastest time is 21.5, but that was a couple of years ago, and she been around. She got a lot of races on her leg. But like I say, if she run 21.7, she got a chance to win the gold medal in the 200.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. We got to wait and see the races because I don't think that Sharika Jackson got a whole bunch of 21.6s left in her legs.
So why is Sha'Carri so not as good at the 200?
Too small.
So you got to have a little length.
I mean, that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But most of the time, your 200 runners are a little bit...
a little taller?
A little taller.
5'6", 5'8", 5'9".
Like Sharika Jackson probably 5'7", 5'8", and Gabby Thomas may be 5'8", 5'9".
Yeah.
She's very tall. You know, you gotta work so hard.
Yeah. You
gotta work so hard as a smaller sprinter.
You gotta have some legs.
And then like Sha'Carri may have to take 10 to 15 more steps in a 200 than Gabby Thomas does. Yeah. Just because of sheer size.
Yep, you're right.
Because you can see she and Gabby's.
Whereas that 100, that size don't matter because you still
you need that
accelerating.
And you don't have to hold it as long.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, it's that hold, right?
Yeah, but I just think this is just my opinion. I think because look at Shelly Ann Fraser-Price. I think she won 200, but she's basically 100 meter, and they're roughly the same height.
Yeah.
5'1", 5'2".
Yeah. How you feel about Grant Holloway?
Oh, Grant Holloway.
And his chances are coming back with a gold medal.
If you run like Grant Holloway, he'll win the gold medal.
Did he win the last one?
No, he didn't win the Olympics. He got the silver medal in the Olympics, but he won the World Games before the Olympics. Then he got silver in the Olympics. He's won the last 2 World Games. He hadn't been beaten the last three years. So Grant Holloway is looking real good right now.
Is there anyone that could surprise him? Like, is there anyone that he is battling with?
Well, the guy from Jamaica, McPherson.
Yeah.
I think. He's the one that won a gold medal in the Olympics in 2021, which was supposed to be in 2020.
Yeah.
But he hadn't beat Holloway since that.
And he's just straight 110s, right?
Yeah.
110 high hurdles?
110 high.
Man, that hurdle is really high.
Yeah, it's don't make me. I used to know. Seemed like it's I want to say that hurdle is
like 50 something inches.
No, it's not that high. It's 41.
41 inches?
Yeah, that's pretty tall.
Yeah.
41. Run as fast as you can. Don't quote me on that, y'all, but I think it's somewhere between 39 and 41 inches, 42 inches, I believe.
Yeah.
I used to know all that stuff, but
it's not a jump that we're looking at either. Yeah. This is
and you got to do it 10 times.
Yeah.
And you got to do it 10 times, and the average hurdler take what 3 to 4 steps in between hurdles. It's bam da da da, bam da da da, bam. Yeah. It's just real quick. Man. So it's a rhythm with speed. Yep. It's a rhythm with speed.
Yep, straight up. Yeah. So I'm just checking a little audio, But no, I'm excited about the USA track team and how we're looking, how everything shaped up, after the trials and
even some things that I didn't really realize. Man, Wolf ran a 1:42.77 in the men's 800 meters.
Wolf.
Yeah, and if he run a 1:42 in the Olympics, he will get a medal. I'm gonna predict that right now. And if he run a 1:42, he got a chance at even the gold.
Wolf, and that's the guy in the
800 meters
that ran it well for us in the last Olympics, right?
Yeah, he ran fairly decent. Yeah, but he didn't medal.
Yeah, but he ran it well though.
Yeah. But he wasn't running 1:42.
Oh, okay.
He ran that 1:42 because the American record is 1:42.34 by Donovan Brazier, and Donovan Brazier got a lot of medals in the, I'm gonna say it like they say now, on the world platform, because now they are actually putting the World Games kind of up there with the Olympics, and I never knew why it was such a great difference in the first place, because it's the same people.
Yeah,
It's the World Games and the Olympics are the same people. And now they said, now they usually say, well, like Sha'Carri, they say she has got 3 medals on the world stage. They call it the world stage now. They used to really separate the Olympics from the World Games, but now I'm not gonna say the World Games is quite on the playing field with the Olympics, but the playing field is way more level. It has actually moved up quite a bit.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like some type of collusion situation that could take place there, right?
We're talking about the World Games and the Olympics?
Yeah, having the same people running the two.
Well, I guess it's
just I guess they're just putting on the competition.
Well, the Olympics happen every 4 years, and the World Games happen every 2 years.
Yeah.
So, and as far as I'm concerned, if you really want track and field to evolve and be on the playing field with other sports, you need to have the World Games every year.
Yeah.
You need to have some huge competition every year to find out who's the best in that year, because track and field lives are so short. I mean, the athletic life of a track and field athlete, sometimes it's 3-4 years, sometimes it's 1 or 2.
Yep.
I mean, you could be the best, you could be the fastest man in the world for 1 or 2 years and not be anymore.
And it just so happened to be in between Olympic years. Right.
Yeah.
So the rest of the world don't even know.
No. Yeah, and the rest of the world don't even know that you're the fastest man in the world.
I think that's why a lot of people don't know about Noah Lyles and how successful he's been. Right.
Well, and then
COVID year, and then like people wasn't really into it the next year because nobody could even go to the Olympics that year. Like
they
physically
ran in
be
the
there.
empty stadium.
Yeah, so he's he's like a victim of just inopportune time.
Not only him, everybody.
Yeah, everyone else involved. Yeah. But I'm saying he is like the most decorated 200 runner we've ever had. I mean, what do you mean?
He's not more decorated than Michael Johnson.
I'm saying like his statistics, like how many times he's run faster than Michael Johnson.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. Yeah, by 1/100th of a second. Yeah. Michael Johnson ran in 1932. He ran 1931. Yeah. Michael Johnson got 6-8 gold medals in the Olympics.
He don't.
Well, yeah.
But I'm saying like the amount of times
he's done it.
Yeah, he's run more fast times than Michael Johnson has.
He's ran more fast times than Usain Bolt.
In the 200?
Yes, sir. He'd have ran more sub 200 meters than anybody.
Oh, yeah. He just don't have the sub 20s.
Yeah,
that's what I meant. Sub 20s.
And he's ran more. And he's ran more 19.5s. 19.5 on down than anybody. Usain only did it twice. He done did it 7 times.
And so what happened to him last Olympics, right? Because he
lost.
I understand that, but I mean, how did he lose? Like, what happened? He wasn't losing going into that race, was he?
No, but that's what track and field is. But he lost that day.
When was the last time you seen him lose a 200 though?
He had a streak going into that of over a year not losing. Then he lost in the Olympics, and he hadn't lost since. But that's just one of those track and fields like that.
That's crazy.
That was just that day.
So it's really nothing he did wrong.
No,
nothing he could have changed about the outcome.
I mean, this is the whole thing about track and field. Track and field is probably the most people don't realize this. I'm not trying to take away from any other sport, but it's probably the most precise sport of all.
Oh yeah, as far as like science and
I mean, for having your mind in tune with your body, everything. This is the whole thing. I'm not trying to be funny. Just like Michael Jordan was either sick or drunk or whatever he was. You can't do that in track and field.
Yeah, baseball either, I don't believe.
Yeah, baseball either. I mean, it's none of that where, oh man, I feel 90% and I'm still going to go out and have a winning day. Yeah. If you feel 90% in track and field, you might get dead last.
Wow.
That's how, if Sha'Carri go out there and run on 90%, she's going to get dead last from first.
Absolutely.
That's just how, but if you
got to time it to where you feel 100% that day.
You got to be 100% mental, 100% spiritual, and 100% physical in there to go out there and win on that level. Now, you're in high school or something, you way faster than everybody. You might can feel, but on that level, everything got to be right. And it was just one of them days
that's insane
where his mind wasn't in tune with his body.
Yeah. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
But it wasn't like, but he still got the bronze medal, so it wasn't that out of tune.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, that's I'm looking forward to seeing what's cracking in these Olympics. I'll tell you that much.
I think we're gonna do it. I think we're gonna do it up in Paris. We'll come back with a lot of gold medals.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But we'll keep this thing moving. On to the NBA. It's been a lot. What's up?
On to the NBA.
On to the NBA.
On to the next one.
On to the next. It's been a lot going down. It's been a lot going down this week.
Somebody bring me Klay Thompson, please.
And y'all know where we are. We are in Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, D-Town.
D-Town, baby. I know Uncle Laker fan. I need a little, yes, I know Uncle Laker fan, and from what I hear, there's a certain Laker that didn't like this decision too much by this gentleman.
Who didn't like it?
Michael Thompson.
Oh, didn't like him.
Michael Thompson wanted Klay to go to LA. Like father, like son, but Klay was like, I ain't having none of that King James stuff going on. Klay said that he felt that he could win a championship here in Dallas. And I love it.
Well, he turned down the Warriors.
Turned down the Warriors, the Lakers, and he felt like he had a better opportunity to win right now in Dallas. And you know what? I agree with you, Klay. I agree with you. And I tell you what, right now on paper, just drawing it up mentally, I can see you knocking down a lot of them corner threes for these Dallas Mavericks, and I feel real good about it. I feel great about this trade. I'm not saying that's the only piece that we need to get over the hump, but somebody that can knock down them threes, yeah, buddy. I feel great about that. Unc. What you got to say? What say you, Unc? What say you,
I'm
Unc?
going to say it like this. I'm going to say it like this. I'm going to pump the brakes.
Yeah.
Pump the brakes, because this is the thing. This is the 2024 Klay, not the 2016 Klay.
Yeah.
Now, if this is 2016 Klay, and then this is the thing. Is he going to get how consistently is he going to get those shots?
I believe he'll get them rather, as consistent as the rest of the team got him that couldn't knock him down last year. Okay. Luka and Kyrie know how to penetrate and make that corner guy, whoever's covering him, crash.
Yeah.
They know how to do that.
But they don't know how to stop shooting when they're not making them.
What, Luka and Kyrie? Or are you talking about the corner guys?
I'm talking about the guys that got the ball in their hand. Luka don't know how to. When he's missing, he shoot just like he's making them. He don't.
Yes,
he's got to learn how to know his own thermometer.
When you have somebody that you can truly trust,
okay,
out there in that corner, can you name me one of the guys from last year we could trust? And PJ's still on the team, but outside of PJ, not named PJ Washington, that you felt great about taking that corner three. You felt great about.
Great about PJ.
Okay, well then who else? If that's the case, and he was the best that we had,
I'm just not sure how many Klay's gonna get and how consistently he's going to get them. And that was part of the problem with the guys that they had last year. Some games they would get 7, 8 threes. Sometimes some games they would get 1 or 2 because Luka and Kyrie was taking them all.
Klay gonna get them now.
Okay.
He gonna get his shots. And I think,
yeah, he gonna get his shots. But this is the thing also. Klay is a shooter.
Absolutely.
He's not a set shooter. He's a jump shooter. His legs ain't what they had Achilles operation and knee operation. So his shot ain't what it used to be because his legs ain't what they used to be.
He shot 45% from three after the All-Star break last year. Shot 38% from three before the All-Star break last year. But 45% from three is that's a high rate.
Yeah. So why Golden State finish in 8th place in the East? 10th place in the West.
He ain't, he's not the guy on that team. He wasn't the guy.
Oh, okay. He was
Draymond was the one pushing the ball, and Steph Curry as well was pushing the ball up. They was running the offense through Draymond and Steph. And they kind of did Klay
And when they won
a little dirty when they had the other young buck up there.
And when they won that last championship, the team went as who went? When they won the last championship.
They did win it?
When they won the last championship, the Golden State Warriors, the team went as who went?
Durant or Steph Curry.
No, the team went as Andrew Wiggins went. When Andrew Wiggins played good, they won.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. 24 when he got a double-double and almost triple-double, they won. So Klay hadn't been
well, Andrew Wiggins could do what he did because teams was, making sure Klay and Steph was not doing it.
Okay,
but that gave him. But he's supposed to do that. He's the number one draft
last year when Andrew Wiggins didn't play good, Klay didn't step up and do what he used to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying this is a 2024 Klay, and I'm just saying all this stuff is, all I'm saying. I gotta wait and see, and I'm gonna say this. It
kind of reminds me of when Peja got here.
And this is the thing.
He's better than Peja was at this point.
Not necessarily. We'll talk about that later.
But this is
Peja was on that team that won championship, right?
I know.
Okay. When
Klay got 4 of them though.
Yeah, but not with Dallas, but with somebody. Okay, but that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I just gotta wait and see because this is the thing. I just looked up. Everybody talk about all these great shooters. I looked up the NBA Finals. Did I send that to you?
I don't believe so.
All of the great shooters, they are the one that got the most horrible shooting in the NBA Finals. I can pull it up right now. Steph Curry out of the 20 worst 3-point shooting performances in NBA history, Steph Curry got about 7 of them.
I believe
0 for 12, 1 for 14, and now Luka been to one championship. He got 2 of them, 0 for 8 and 2 for 14.
I believe it.
Those are 2 of the worst. And so I'm just saying, out of all of this 3-point shooting, it hasn't been that many championships came from that. It's been the ones that Golden State got, and 2 of those they got. KD's not just a 3-point shooter. KD is a scorer.
Yeah.
So 2 of those wasn't attributed to 3-point shooting. Those other 2 you can say was 3-point. And who else has won a championship with 3-point shooting?
Man, won a championship?
Yeah, with 3-point shooting beside Golden State. Cause last year Denver won with size. I don't care what nobody say. Denver won with size. Aaron Gordon 6'10", Porter 6'11", Murray 6'7", yep. Joker, they won with size. That three-point shooting is overrated, and this is the thing that I want to say about 3-point shooting. Back with 3-point shooting, when you have about 2 guys on your team that had to go ahead to shoot threes.
Yeah.
Now you got 6 or 7 guys that's got to go ahead to shoot threes, and I'm gonna say out of that 6 or 7, 4 or 5 of them shouldn't be shooting threes. They ought to be shooting 2s.
Yep. I agree.
And that's when 3-point shooting works. Is when it's under control. But with these new teams, the 3-point shooting is out of control.
Yeah, it's a lot. They're just chucking shots up.
Yeah, just
and
throwing
and
shots
this is
up.
why I say that Steph has influenced the game more than LeBron has over the past
I
five
didn't say
to 10 years.
No, but what you said, he had an error. Influence and domination of the game is 2 different things. Allen Iverson probably got more influence than Steph, but he ain't win no championships. Influence and domination and an error. The error has got to do with your play. Influence has got people copying you.
If the Warriors have been the most dominant franchise of the 2010s, no doubt. No doubt. They just haven't won them all. But they've been there more than anybody else. Since 2010 up until now?
They've been there to the championship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Steph has been the catalyst of that.
LeBron been on 10 different teams. Steph ain't been in more finals than LeBron. Steph have a dominant.
I didn't say he did, but he beat LeBron more than LeBron beat him when they matched up.
Golden State beat the team that LeBron played for because Steph is not in LeBron category. As a player, he's not in LeBron James category.
He's the greatest shooter we've ever seen, 3-point shooter we've ever seen.
What is the criteria we're using?
The same criteria we use with LeBron James in scoring. Point total.
With LeBron James, we talking about Steph. Can we have a conversation without talking about LeBron? I mean, I'm just being honest.
That's how I feel about Michael. We always bring Michael up.
I don't bring Michael up. I don't bring him up. Y'all, but Michael Jordan. But this is the thing. We say Steph Curry is the greatest shooter. What criteria are we using?
He's made more threes than anyone in the history of the game by far.
But still making them. But not by percentage, right?
I'm not sure.
No, I am. I'm very sure that he's not in the top 5 in percentage shooting.
So can I please use the same criteria for LeBron then?
We talking about Steph.
We're
talking about Steph.
But when we talk about LeBron, I'm gonna bring that up.
What criteria are we talking about?
Percentage, shooting percentage, free throw, 3-point, field goal. LeBron's not the best in none of them, or even close. But he's played more years than anybody else.
So what's that? LeBron is got a high shooting percentage. Now, if you want to talk about, he got a higher shooting percentage than Steph or Michael Jordan. So let's not talk about percentage. Shooting percentage, he got a high shooting percentage than Steph or Michael Jordan. But let's talk about, we're talking about 3. Yes, sir. He got a high shooting percentage than Steph or Michael Jordan.
We'll talk about 3. He don't have a high 3-point or free throw shooting percentage.
But he got higher rebounding and assists. So we can bring up all kinds of statistics.
I'm talking shooting.
Huh?
I said free throw and 3-point.
But we were talking about Steph. But if we're gonna bring up LeBron, it's not his scoring that makes LeBron good. It's his all-around play. So if we're gonna bring up his scoring, we got to bring up the other stuff. But we're talking about the greatest 3-point shooters. Nobody is confusing LeBron as the greatest scorer. Nobody confused Kareem as the greatest scorer.
They celebrated Steph for making the most threes.
Yeah. He made the most.
Yeah.
But did he do it at the highest clip? No.
Did LeBron score at the highest clip? No.
So what makes you the best? Because you did it the most or you did it the best? Which one? What's the criteria? That's all I'm asking. What criteria are we using? Because I can pull
we're using LeBron's criteria the most.
We ain't talking about LeBron.
But that's the criteria that's the criteria that we're gonna use across the board though.
What? Most what?
Threes.
So we're gonna use the criteria so we're gonna use the most. Let's use the most for everybody. Michael Jordan don't have the most championships, so let's quit talking about he the greatest. He don't have the most.
He got the most most points per offensive player of the years.
Offensive player of the year. We talking about what he did. We ain't talking about what people said.
That's what he did though.
No, people voted there.
He got them trophies.
What's
he
that?
got 10 of them lined up.
Oh, you talking about scoring titles?
Yeah.
Scoring titles don't win you championships. We talking about, what are we talking about? What's the criteria for being the greatest shooter? That was my question. LeBron didn't have nothing to do with that.
I'm not the first one to say that Steph is the greatest shooter ever.
You might not be the first. You ain't the first one that's been wrong.
That's popular opinion.
Yeah, that's popular opinion. But all I'm asking, what is the criteria for the best? The one that did it the most, or the one that did it the best? Steph did it the most, but he didn't do it the best. So what are we doing? What criteria are we using?
Why you say he didn't do it the best? Like,
because he don't have the highest shooting percentage from 3-point for a career. He's not in the top 5. He's in the next 5. For 3-point shooting for a career, he is not the number 1 player. So, all I'm asking is what's the criteria? I ain't talking about LeBron James. I'm talking about what criteria are we using for that?
Curry is, by my reckoning, the greatest shooter in the history of the sport, a player whose range and effectiveness changed the way the NBA basketball was played, the way NBA basketball was played.
Look up shooting percentage for a career from 3.
Curry is a career 42.5% 3-point shooter, in addition to shooting 91% from the free throw line.
Okay. But 42 is not the best for a career. Go look up the best.
I didn't say it was.
I just said what criteria do
I'm giving you the criteria that people are giving them.
Okay, but then people say stuff, but I like numbers. Go look up who is the highest shooting 3-pointer for a career.
It's Steph Curry or Steve Kerr.
Okay, who next? And who next? And who next? And who next? Seems like if you was the best at something, you would be at least the top 3 or 4. Michael is supposed to be the best scorer, at least he's in the top 3 or 4. All this stuff, come on, man. I'm just saying, what's the criteria? Besides people's mouth.
Steph Curry once shot 100% in a game.
Okay. Okay. Steph Curry shot.
No, I was just playing. I'm just playing with that stat. I'm just playing with that stat.
I'm finna show you what he did in the.
But no, I'm just saying.
I'm finna show you what he did in the NBA.
Anyway, Klay Thompson
came to Dallas
has broken away from his splash brother and has brought his talent to D-Town.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Let's go, Klay.
It's a beautiful thing. I'm excited to see what goes and takes place. But yeah, we could have gone off right there for a little minute on Steph Curry and LeBron.
All I want to know, no, we wasn't talking about LeBron. He interject LeBron in every conversation. I was talking about the best three-point shooter. I just wanted to know the criteria. When somebody put in the comments what criteria we're using, and then I'll know how to say who's the best.
All I was doing was bringing up subtly the next topic. LeBron James is who we think he is. Remember last week I said, all right, we're going to see if he really the king if the Lakers go out here and draft Bronny, because we already know LeBron got his coach that he wanted. And remember, about a month ago, I told you, LeBron run the team, coach. He going to get whatever coach he going to get. I say he going to get JJ out there coaching.
All I'm going to say is
I said, and he gonna get his son out there because he run the team. You said, no, I don't know no billionaire.
No, I didn't say that.
I said LeBron tell them what to do with their money.
These people
you just met one.
Are making.
You just met one.
These people are making business decisions because this is one thing that anybody know, that even when LeBron James is gone, Bronny James, even if he's sorry, can't play, he's going to put butts in the seats so people can come and laugh if he can't play. That's what this is, a business decision.
I don't think,
And if it wasn't the Lakers, LeBron James is going to put some butts in the seats because people love to see either a glorification or disaster. People love it. They don't like to see nothing in it. So, and they're looking for Bronny James to be a disaster. And all I got to say is this. If LeBron James can play, if he can play as good as Patrick Beverly, he can play 12 years. So I think he's as good as Patrick Beverly.
Yeah,
I do. I think he's as good as Patrick. And this ain't no knock on you, Patrick, but I think LeBron James is good at. I'm gonna go as far as to say this. I think LeBron James is good as JJ Redick.
Now Patrick Beverly was he was a great.
Patrick Beverly wasn't great at nothing. Come on, he was a great one.
Let's backtrack it.
He was a what was he
I'm
great
saying
at?
Before coming into the NBA, Patrick Beverly was one of those guys a lot like Ron Harper. Like he was
before the NBA.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So
we're talking about what he did in the NBA.
Hold on.
We're talking about what he did
prior to the NBA. He was known to put buckets.
Last week you told me it only counts what you did in the NBA.
What I'm saying is he has the ability to put him in the bucket. He can, but in the NBA,
Noonish fans, go look at last week and J.A.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
What you did before the NBA
that was
doesn't
a different
matter.
Conversation though.
We're talking about Patrick Beverly and Brian. I think Bronny James is as good as Patrick Beverly.
But listen to what I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I am saying that Patrick Beverly could put the ball. He didn't just get to the NBA because he played hellified defense. He can also score at a high rate if he ever needed to. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So
everybody could.
We don't know if Bronny can yet. We haven't seen him do it.
We didn't see Kyrie do it
outside of a workout.
We didn't see Kyrie do it either.
When he played at Duke, he played well.
12 games.
But he played
12 games.
But he didn't average 5 points.
We didn't see Aaron Gordon do it. Aaron Gordon averaged 7 points a game and came into the league. Look at him now from Duke. So all this they point
Aaron
at
Gordon played at Duke.
I mean, wherever you count. I mean, not Aaron Gordon. What's the? I may be calling the wrong name, but
Gordon Hayward.
One of the guys now came out of Duke, didn't average but 7 points. Got drafted in the lottery. Kyrie didn't play but 13 games at 12 or 13 games at Duke. So this has been done before.
Are you talking Jabari Parker?
No, it wasn't Jabari. One of them. One of them guys. Yeah. I probably called the wrong name. I'm sorry, but this whole thing. This has been done before where a player did nothing and got drafted into the NBA. Mm-hmm. So this ain't the first time.
I'm not tripping at all on it at all.
Me either.
What I'm saying is, if he can do what Patrick Beverly does, that'll be great.
I think he can do better at it.
Patrick Beverly has been a hyena, a hound on defense for years. So You know, if Caitlin Clark can't get that kind of credit from you coming out of college, I can't let you do it to Bronny either.
Caitlin Clark got a lot of credit for me.
I can't just say.
You don't understand. You're not a good listener.
I am a great listener
because I ain't saying nothing, but that Caitlin Clark got to earn her stuff like everybody else.
But you also said that she didn't do nothing. She hadn't done nothing in the league yet.
I didn't say
so
that.
You can't say.
No, I didn't.
You said that
she set the rookie record for 3 points. No, go back and watch. I said that she hasn't done as much as the girls on the Olympic team. That's what I said. She hasn't done as much as them. Caitlin Clark has did all the rookie stuff. All the rookie stuff.
True.
What they have done now?
Patrick Beverly ever on the international team?
Okay. Now listen. Now since you're gonna bring up something, Angel Reese has done some pro stuff. She has set the WNBA
you jumping
record.
The gun, huh? You jumping the gun. You jumping the gun. You jumping the gun.
If we gonna bring up everybody else,
no, I ain't bringing up everybody else.
No, I'm just saying. This is all I'm saying is that Bronny James is as good as some of the guys in the NBA right now, and J.A. got to learn to listen better because I ain't never said nothing but good stuff about Caitlin Clark. And all I said that right now, Caitlin Clark is not better than Diana Taurasi at this second, at this minute. Yeah. Right now, she's not.
So how can you give that same credit to Bronny over Patrick Beverly is what I'm saying.
That was.
He has certified himself as one of the best defenders in the league.
Wait a minute.
For at least the past 5 to 10 years.
Man, let me tell you something. Defense in the NBA is like having zero in your bank account. Patrick Beverly just running around on the floor, getting in the way, hustling, making a name for himself, but he ain't stopped. No, name me somebody Patrick the Beverly to stop.
I can't off the top of my head.
Come on, man. I seen Chris Paul give a
lot of people business, huh?
I seen, and then what I said is I compare Bronny James to Patrick Beverly. Yeah. Caitlin Clark being compared to Diana Taurasi, one of the greatest players. It would have been different if I'd have said Bronny James is good as can play with Steph Curry. Patrick Beverly, I'm gonna tell you like this: if I was in my 30s, I can play with Patrick Beverly. Patrick Beverly, come on, man.
You just disrespecting this man.
I know I'm not disrespecting, but this is the thing: Patrick Beverly, name me something he done did besides push Chris Paul when his back was turned. Name me something he done did.
He's played some good defense for a long time, for a lot of good teams.
Ain't none of them won no championship.
He ain't won a championship. Are you sure?
Beverly ain't won no championship.
He
wasn't that, his defense wasn't that good.
Hold on now, let me see.
He been with the Clippers. He been with Milwaukee. Come on, man. All I say is that I think Bronny James is good as Patrick Beverly. I believe that in my heart, and I'm sticking to that.
I gotta see if he won a championship real quick.
I say no.
Patrick Beverly has not won any championships.
Thank you. Playing defense in the NBA is like having no money in your bank account. It don't mean nothing.
I will say I'm very happy to see Bronny out there.
Me too.
You know, and all the hate on Bronny like been wearing me out because they like, oh, you only average. I'm like, look, man, look.
But he's not the first one that they did
NBA,
that.
Pro ball and college ball are two different games. First of all, and he knows that he has to be more aggressive. He talked about it in the press conference yesterday.
And
he's got to create a shot more often.
And all of these people talking about LeBron did this and LeBron did that. All I can tell people is this.
So,
and if you could have did it for your son, you would have did it.
Absolutely.
Because right now, I know 3 or 4 people are running major corporations right here in Dallas, Texas. Do you know why they run? Because their daddy gave it to them.
You know what I'm saying?
Because their daddy did it.
And what they going to do with it? They going to get handed off to their son if they want it.
Yeah.
Or their daughter if they want it.
Yeah, so LeBron's doing stuff for Bronny.
Yeah, man.
That other people can't do for their son.
Hey, man.
They just mad and jealous.
Nepotism, all that mess. Yeah. Like, that's America. That's been going on forever. Called lineage. You know? Like, well, Kings and Queens been doing that for a long time, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So that ain't even a man. That's the world. That's how the world goes around. So I'm happy to see it.
King Charles.
I'm happy to see it. If you had the power to do it, and he is who we think he is, and that's King James,
and
had the power to make it happen.
And anybody, all these commentators, y'all just mad because you couldn't do that for your son.
Yep, that's it. That's it. Period.
Simply that, and we're gonna move on.
But we're gonna
Bronny better than Patrick Beverly.
We're gonna keep this thing rolling though. Yeah, so breaking news. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese might not be on the Olympic team, but they have been named to the WNBA All-Star rosters, man. The only 2 rookies on the squad. How amazing is that, huh?
Hey, man, that's like I said, that's real good.
Yeah.
Now, see what this is saying. I don't know how many they got on each team, whether they got 12 or 15 on each team.
They have, 12 maybe? 12, I saw the list, maybe 15.
Yeah, well, I'll say this, that right now.
I didn't count.
From what they're doing, they are one of the 24 to 30 best players in the WNBA.
Top 10% in the league.
Yeah, but to say they're in the top 10 to 12, maybe not so much. You know, and they deserve to be on the All-Star team by what they're doing. And I'm not sure that Caitlin may be on the Olympic team according to the Brittany Griner. I mean, this is just rumors from what I hear. And actually, you know, and why everybody's saying Caitlin, you know, this is the real deal. When you add in the rebounding and the scoring, Angel Reese numbers really better.
I don't know about better because the wins matter too, but they are absolutely. She's doing a great job out there in Chicago.
So which team got the most wins? They got the same amount of wins, right?
Last time I saw Indiana got more wins.
Oh, 7-6 or something like that.
I think it's like 8-5 at this point, something like that.
No, Chicago got 7 or 6 or 7.
They got their 5th win against Caitlin, and I don't know if they won since.
Who was that? Oh,
Chicago.
I think I'm not sure. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, but I'm saying scoring and rebounding, she got some pretty good numbers.
Yeah.
She got pretty good numbers.
Yeah, no doubt. No, she's again, the conversation before has been that Caitlin is the one that is here because of the basketball play and her popularity and notoriety from, scoring the most points in the history of the game. And Angel is here because of her popularity and social media. She is shutting that up. She has already got the most double doubles in WNBA history consecutive,
yeah.
Consecutive double doubles in WNBA history. We ain't talking about just as rookies no more.
Yeah.
So,
when you start doing stuff that other professionals haven't done. I mean, well, you're a rookie, you're a professional. Let me say that. Seasoned veterans. When you do stuff that veterans haven't done.
All the ones that came before you.
Yeah, all the ones. Now you talking.
Yeah.
But when you're just doing better than all the other rookies, that's something too.
Yeah.
But when you do better than veterans that's been in the league 10, 12, there is no 2 veterans been in there 10 or 12 years that have got 11 or 12 double-doubles in a row.
That's crazy. That's hard to believe that Brittany Griner hadn't got 10 double-doubles in a row.
Not for me.
Standing 6'9". She can't get 10 points and 10 boards a game up.
Not for 11 games in a row, she can't.
Why? She's
a big stiff. Have you seen her play?
Yeah.
Have you seen her play?
Yeah.
She's a big stiff.
Yeah.
You got to have some game. You got to have some flow.
Oh, I mean, even Lisa Leslie, it's hard to believe that Lisa Leslie didn't do it or Rebecca Lobo didn't do it. Yeah. It's hard to believe that those women didn't get that 10 and 10 like that.
Because they were more worried about getting the 20 than the 10.
Yeah.
Most of the players, that's the same. That's the way the basketball is turning that.
Yeah.
All we worried about is getting the 20. Don't worry about the 10 boards.
Oh, no. The Sky, they have 7 wins now. The Sky has 7 wins. They won last night against the Atlanta Dream.
Got what, 7?
And Indiana now has
7 wins, I think.
They're 8. They have 8.
Okay.
Yeah, because they went out and beat Taurasi.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they went out. I mean, when you say scoring and rebounding, I mean, and I just want everybody to quit trying to say that this person. Let me change this up. Quit trying to take credit from one person and give it to somebody else. Don't take one person credit and away from them and give it to somebody else.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know, all this he made him better. That's not true.
They had to make themselves to get to this point. Both took advantage of that opportunity on that stage.
Absolutely.
Right, but this says Clark's get back right here. So Sunday, Caitlin Clark went out and her and her Indiana Fever went out and beat the Phoenix Mercury.
Yeah.
Right. Caitlin Clark was 1 rebound shy of a triple-double. But at the same time, she was off shooting. Yeah. So she had 9 boards and I think 12 assists in that game. Ended up with 15 points. But it was one of her worst shooting games.
But this is the whole thing. This is what I talk about all the time.
Yeah.
Real players. You see her scoring went down.
Yep.
But her assists and rebounding went up.
Yeah.
In the game that we don't need, if you scoring 30 and you getting 4 boards and 6 rebounds, that's nothing. But when you go down from your 30 to your 18, now them boards and them assists need to come up.
And her team,
if you're a true star.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. All Caitlin got to do, and this is all.
Just keep playing.
All she got to do is keep on playing.
Man.
Let all the other people talk.
Yeah.
Let all of them do all the, she should do this, you should. Caitlin haven't said nothing, but keep playing.
And it's a big deal. It's a bigger deal because Taurasi was the one that came out with the comments on ESPN when she was doing commentary for the Final Four or whatever it was.
Yeah.
The women's March Madness. And she came out and flat out just said, Caitlin Clark is a great talent. It's amazing. I'm happy to see her break the record, but she's coming up to the big girls game. You know, there's going to be a different game when you come up there. You know,
absolutely,
and it ain't gonna be the same. You ain't gonna be able. We gonna take that away, sweetheart. Like, and she was really just going in on her, kind of a little bit, you know. But you know, just being competitive, and there's nothing wrong with that. I love seeing it, but I also love seeing Caitlin rise to the challenge and come and beating that same woman that said those things that people are also in the uproar about. You know, Taurasi, and I'm not in the uproar. I know why Taurasi's in the Olympics. She deserves to be there. She's put the career she's had. She is like one of the cornerstones of the WNBA. So absolutely, that's you don't take that person off the Olympics, but people are in the uproar about Caitlin Clark not being there because of the older veteran, blah, 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 blah. But Brittany Griner was also on that team that they beat on that Phoenix Mercury team.
Absolutely.
You know, so you know, they had to pay their respects at the end of that game. You know? And
but then this is how I look at it. Down in Taurasi didn't lie. It's a different game. And Caitlin done found that out herself.
Oh, no doubt.
Because Caitlin done got hit sometimes. She hadn't even played one season, and she done got hit at least 5 to 6 times harder than she ever had in her life. And some of the times, the person that she got hit hard by was standing still because she ain't ran into another woman that big and strong before, and she flopped. And what down in Taurasi said, you gotta get up your loins and come on up here and play if you are who they say you are.
Exactly. And she's
that's
doing
what
just
she's
that.
been doing.
And
so,
man, it's been crazy and it's been cool to watch, you know, because you know, we saw her start off slow and people start to chirp a little bit out Caitlin Clark game, blah, blah, blah. And then we see the Olympic snub, quote unquote, right? And then we see Caitlin Clark come back and say, yeah, you know, I'm gonna do this, you know, and I'm gonna turn it up right now. So she turned it up, and then we see her get fouled, right, in the game that they ultimately won against Chicago that first time around, and we saw that whole situation go on with her and the young guard. I can't think of her name right now, right? So we've seen all these different things, and how she responded to that by coming out in the next game and putting up 3 points, and everybody's like, oh, so Caitlin is starting to. We starting to see her back down a little bit and tire out, only to respond with 30. You know what I'm saying? And now she's continuing to respond to these things. And even in the battle on Sunday or last Sunday against Angel Reese, that they ended up losing, when Angel Reese ended up, you know, coming out on top in that game, we're seeing this. We saw her take the hits. We've seen her take the hits and come back and grow. And it's just telling me a lot about her character. You know what I'm saying? And she ain't gonna back down, huh? And it's great to see that for me. That's all I'm saying.
But see, this is the thing that who we got in the comments, but this is the whole thing that I'm saying about Caitlin. She said, the media and social media and the way people act now is so hilarious to me, because this is the thing. It's just being talked about. But down to Taurasi, the one that said it, do you know why she said it? Because when she came into the league, it just wasn't all this hype that it is now. When she came into the league, she had to put her big girl draws on, but they knocked her around.
Absolutely.
She's just trying to let her know what you in for.
Yeah.
You know, and for her to say that to everybody, oh, she came out of, no, she telling you, baby, I'm telling you, and the reason she didn't say it, but really what she was telling you, baby, the reason I'm telling you, because I know, because I had to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Everybody have to do the same thing, so that's nothing new. Angel Reese got to put her big girl. Angel Reese got knocked around a couple times.
Yes, she has.
I seen her about a couple of weeks ago, and she got knocked down, and since she got knocked down like that, she been playing a little bit more ferocious under them boys.
Yeah.
She was still trying to play like these LSU, but it's not. It's the WNBA.
Yeah.
And when she got knocked around, she done responded and said, and this is the whole thing. Everybody, men do it, women do it. That you do it in high school, you do it in college. When you first show up on the campus, you go to Alabama, and all they heard about it, you a 5-star, and you gonna be the man. You gonna start this year, and you got guys on the bench at Alabama. He was a Vanderbilt junior, and he been waiting behind. Alabama since so many guys.
By the way, they were all told the same thing too.
Yeah. And then when they say, oh, we got a freshman coming in at your position, he's a 5-star. He might start. You said, no, yeah, because I'm personally gonna give him the business.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so
make sure that ain't happening.
So that starts real young.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I got a young friend that's me and his grandfather are friends, and he went out for the high school team that he went to, and he came on us because he called me Uncle Ron. He said, Papa and Uncle Ron, them boys, you know, this is my first day. They wouldn't even talk to me. They looking at me funny. Now he's gonna be the starting guard. They all over him.
Absolutely.
Now he's been there about 3 weeks or a month.
Hey.
He done came in. He gonna be a sophomore. He gonna start over the senior, and now everybody's his friend.
As soon as they see you hit somebody in the mouth,
yeah, and don't back down.
And don't back down. Yeah, they gonna open wide up. Yeah,
and then you come in and play.
You part of the family.
Then you come in and play like you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You gonna be, and like I say, by the end of this season, beginning of next season, Caitlin Clark gonna be fitting right in with that Angel Reese.
Yep.
Gonna be fighting. It's not gonna be a whole bunch of hoopla. Oh, she got knocked out. She didn't make this team. She did this. It's not gonna be all that. It's gonna be they balling.
Yeah, that's it. That's
all I count from right now. They balling. They got knocked around a little bit, and that's to be expected.
Yeah.
And that is what that is. And they both are who I thought they were, because I thought they both were good, and they are who I thought they were, and they playing like it in the WNBA.
Yes, they are. And I'm loving it. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, I'm loving it too.
But yeah, we're gonna keep this thing rolling, man. Keep this party moving along. Oh, double queen. Yep.
Yeah,
you already know what it is. So yeah, moving on, man, to the MLB. So we have a young man here in Texas by the name of Wyatt Langford. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but the kid can ball, And this past week,
he just came up last year, right?
Yeah, he was just drafted last year.
That's yeah.
Yeah, he was just drafted last year.
They were talking.
Yeah, they've been talking about him, and it was rumbles that he's a better hitter than Corey Seager. And after a very slow start, the young man has absolutely caught fire here in the past, couple weeks or so. And actually, on Sunday, he was the 11th player in Texas Rangers history to ever hit for the cycle.
Oh, in Rangers history.
In Texas Rangers history.
Okay.
To hit for the cycle.
That's a single, double, triple, and a home run.
In the same game.
Ooh, that's
and in accomplishing that cycle, he became the first young man in Major League history to hit a grand slam, an inside the park home run, and hit for the cycle in his rookie season. And we're not even at the All-Star break yet.
Hit a grand slam inside the park.
And a cycle in his rookie year. And we're not at the All-Star break yet, people.
Have anybody ever done that? Did that in the same year before?
No, this is the first
Inside the park, grand slam.
Yeah.
Okay. And the cycle.
Well, I don't know if anybody's done it before. I know it's the first person to ever do it in their rookie season.
Yeah. Okay.
I know that much.
But somebody probably had when they say first rookie.
Yeah.
That usually means somebody did it. I mean, but it don't matter when you do it. I guarantee you the person that did it in the same season, they ain't did it twice in the same season.
Oh, the man stepped on the scene 3 months ago.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I remember when they were talking about it.
The man stepped on the scene in April.
He's very young. Too,
yeah,
right?
he was drafted in 2023.
Straight out of high school.
Out of college. He was at the University of Florida.
Okay. Yeah,
he was a dog. He was a dog in college. But the man has been in the league for 3 months and he started off slow. He was batting horribly. I think he's got his average up in the 230s, 240s, something, 270s maybe now. From where it was horrible. He was bad.
Yeah.
They were talking about, taking him back down and all this stuff, right? Because, he dominated. He hit 360 in AAA last year. Where else you going to go? But they were talking about sending him back down, and he did very well in spring training. And the start of the season, it just was not
happening for him.
Wasn't happening. But the past month, I think he's hitting like 360 in the past month. He's been going off in the past month. But even with it not happening for him, he's the first rookie to ever hit for the cycle grand slam and an inside the park home run in the same season.
Well, it wasn't happening for him, but it is now.
Oh yeah, he's going in now. He's going all the way in now.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's
amazing. He's something to watch for, man. If you're a Texas Rangers fan, man, y'all keep your eyes out for good old Wyatt Langford, and this last topic, it's kind of TMZ-ish, but we got to talk about it, because it ain't right. It ain't right, and it was so bad that I couldn't even put a face on it, because I don't mean no disrespect to Matt Stafford whatsoever.
Oh, talking about his wife?
I'm trying to keep this as
what did his wife say?
Respectful as possible right now, right?
What did his wife say?
So his wife went on, and I don't know if you all have heard this story. It's pretty bogus, right?
You sure it wasn't AI?
Oh yeah, we're positive it wasn't AI.
Okay. So it's
wasn't a deep fake. It was really, really Kelly.
I heard she was tripping, but I didn't even.
Yeah. So what took place was basically Kelly, which is Matthew Stafford's wife. I need to get rid of this graphic. That's what's throwing me off. Okay. Basically, went on to a podcast and was talking about her and Matt Stafford's relationship and how they got together. Right? How she's playing hard to get. And then she goes on to say, I was actually, Matt, caught me over at the guys' dorms. I was with his other quarterback. Right? At the time.
In college?
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford went to
Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
And so she was with she was laid up, she was messing with the other quarterback, trying to get his attention. But she wanted Matt. And ultimately, during this story, she outed the backup quarterback, who is, I guess, currently married to the person he was with back then when this story took place. And has caused all kinds of hell in his life. But first of all, just the fact
she caused her own life.
Just the fact that she's on this podcast talking about how she was messing with the other quarterback. Like, that's the first violation. Like, whose fault is this right now? Is it her fault or is it Matt's fault for not, you can't control your wife, but shouldn't she know better than to go out here saying this kind of stuff? Oh, like, what's going on right now? Now this not a backup quarterback who was married to the young lady that he was with then, has kids by him, is now going through all kinds of hell because Matthew Stafford's wife goes on social media and posts a picture of him and his family apologizing.
Matthew Stafford and who? Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford's wife posted a picture of the backup quarterback and his family
Apologizing
to them for causing mess in their life from the things that she said.
Wait a minute. The other guy apologizing to them.
No. Matthew Stafford's wife is apologizing to the backup quarterback's family for causing the mess that she stirred up because she's bringing up old stuff that the wife and the current family had no clue about.
First off. Matthew Wyatt Stafford is tripping. First off, go and tell his stuff that first off, if anybody hot ought to be hot as fish grease, it's Matthew Stafford.
She did exactly.
And then the other
got me up here looking like in this locker room, dog, looking like a little old biatch.
No, this is the whole thing. And then the other guy's wife,
she tripping, man.
She got to realize that this is something that happened when they were young and in college, and they were not married.
They were together, though.
Let me say this again.
And you were not honest to me.
Let me say this again.
Our whole relationship's built off a lie.
No. Let me say this again. Let me say this again. They were young, they were in college, and they were not married.
Yeah.
Girlfriend, this is what I tell people all the time, and I'm married. If we are going together or dating.
Don't say it,
No, I'm finna tell him. Don't say it, Go look up what the ing does when you put it on a word. When you say we are dating, that means plural and continuous, right? That means plural and continuous. See, this is the thing about you can't be committed to somebody that you're not committed to. I'm keeping it real. They were young, they were not married, and they were dating. So the wife now that's tripping with him about something that happened when they were 20 or 21 and they were not married, she's tripping because this is the thing. Don't let nobody cause no problems in your house but the people that live there.
Late night sessions.
I'm finna give y'all some real advice now. Do not let anyone cause problems in your home that do not live in your home. Hey. So Matthew Stafford's wife should not be able to cause problems in the other person's home.
Hey.
That's just my little country $5 take on it. And when you're dating, you can't hold me accountable for what I did when I was not committed to you.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, but evidently there was a commitment in place of some sort because the wife is not very happy.
I'm trying
to see where my money at, man. Where my hot buttons at?
That's all I'm saying. It's a lot of, because this is the thing. People want commitment when they're not committed.
Yeah.
You can't ask me to be a husband and I'm not your husband.
Yeah, man.
I'm just your boyfriend. Man, if I'm your boyfriend, I'm going to act like it.
Man.
If I'm your husband, I'm going to be your husband. But if I'm your boyfriend, do not hold me to husband standards.
Man.
And I don't know what else to tell you.
I told you, don't do it to him.
Matthew wife tripping and the other wife tripping.
Don't do it to him, man.
Because I'm just telling you, Matthew.
Game.
Yeah, Matthew, because you can't say that you ain't loyal to me. I'm not committed to you because we are dating.
Yeah. Yeah.
People know, he cheated on you. That ain't your husband. That's your boyfriend.
Man.
Y'all dating.
Man.
Just keep it real. Uncle Cole and old and country, but I don't play that.
Yeah.
I don't play that.
Yeah,
if you want me, commit to me. Otherwise, let me be free.
Yeah. Yeah.
Date me.
I wanna be free.
You can date somebody else.
Yeah.
But if we're dating, don't hold me to husband standards.
Man.
That's just what it is. And then when you 20 and 21, stop that. you don't even know who you want to be
so
with.
you really not even tripping on Matt's wife. You say she is tripping, but at the same time, the other wife don't need to be tripping.
No, Matt's wife is tripping. She the one tripping first. First off, you going telling stuff that me and you that should never be told.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Gerald Levert had a song out a long time ago.
How it go?
How go? He say, how go? He say, if I tell you, I might have to hurt you. Yeah. So I'm gonna take this to my grave. Oh, some stuff you got to take to your grave with you because you land up with another man and Matthew catch you, and then now you and him married. Now you gonna go tell the world that I would land up with another man.
The details.
Now you making Matthew
the details of the story.
Because now other men is looking at Matthew like he's a simp.
Yeah, bro.
Your girl land up with somebody else, and now you done married her.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's the whole thing. It's not that your girl done laid up without, because this is the whole thing. I was married before my wife, now she was too. That ain't the point. The point is that you seen it, you caught it, you know about it, and then now you forgave it, and now she gonna come put it all out to the world.
Yeah.
Stop that.
Now I don't know if she cheated on him back then. I think she was trying to get his attention. You
land up with him. I don't know what else you do when you land up.
She say she's trying to get his attention. She probably liked him. You know?
Yeah.
Sound like she was going for the hottest thing around until Matt came around.
She was going for the quarterback is always the hottest.
And she had the backup till she got the start until she got up that depth chart.
Until you got up the depth. That's what it sounds like to me. But I'm just saying, first off, Matthew's wife, she the one really tripping.
Hey.
And now the other wife is taking it too far.
The other dude was hitting that depth chart pretty good, though, you know?
Yeah, sound like he had the starter and the backup.
Hey, you
But
know?
anyway, that's kind of wild for your wife to go tell some family secrets like that. Yeah, because Matthew don't want that told.
She tripping,
No man don't want his wife going telling the world about what she did. And then he called. It would have been like, oh, I went with him. Then I quit him and I met Matthew. Nope. She straight up. No, Matthew wife tripping. Like and the other wife need to stop tripping because
she tripping too, man.
Yeah, I mean, but now Matthew.
But no disrespect to you, Matt, bro. No disrespect to you, man.
She don't. But the other wife.
And then going to the locker room, man, that's a wild place to be after something like that.
Now I'm gonna tell you the person that need to be tripping harder than anybody, and that's Matthew.
That's what I'm saying.
Matthew the one need to be tripping.
That's what I'm saying. Matthew, hey man, hey bro.
Because if it was me, I would be tripping real bad.
Hey, she be on punishment. We wouldn't be talking right now. Still wouldn't be saying nothing.
Uncle ain't gonna tell you what you be.
Ain't got nothing to say right now.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this here. If it was Uncle, you might be on the road again.
Go
on the road again.
Better go find that QB number 2.
Hey, you better go.
Well, look at that Rams chart. Who in that depth chart?
You better go back to number 2 because number 1 is.
Hey, Baker Mayfield out of there. I don't know who number 2 out there now.
Hey, and this is what we do when we out. We throw the peace sign. We out. Throw the deuces.
Yeah, deuces.
I mean, I don't know. But anyway, hey man, that was too much right there.
Yeah, man. You ain't know. You gotta check that out.
All I gotta do is say, "Stop it, man."
Yeah, man.
Stop it, man. That's kind of wild right there.
But hey, man, last week we had a few glitches, a few hiccups, but I think we got it figured out. We gonna find out real soon when we get off this show and I go check that thing back on that edit. But appreciate y'all joining us this week on Noonish, man. We'll see y'all next week. We're gonna see y'all this weekend at some point, man. Y'all have a happy 4th of July. You know, happy birthday, United States. We got our independence, all that good stuff. Well, you know, actually Juneteenth was my Independence Day, but different story there. But talking about USA, man, fly the flag, whatever you want to do, man. Go celebrate, go have a great time, barbecuing, getting your drink on with family and friends. 1776, man.
We party like in 1776.
And we gonna see y'all this weekend.
Shoot some fireworks.
Have a great time.
Peace.